you can get.
We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100 million bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
Welcome to Madden NFL 20. Here you can select your difficulty, play style, favorite team, or accessibility options. You can always change these later from the game settings. Accessibility settings. Accessibility settings.
Entering settings screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Menu narration option is set to off. Unselected. VoIP window option is set to off. Unselected. Subtitles option is set to on. Enlarge on-field graphics option is set unselected. Off selected. Unselected. Controller vibration option is set to normal. Color blindness option is set to normal vision. Brightness option is set to default.
I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Masterpiece, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back.
Contrast option is set to default. Menu narration option is set to on. Entering welcome to Madden. Screen accessibility settings is selected. Continue.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, it's all I need. Moving in the sugar, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm too busy when I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later.
When a check missed the direct hit, I'm sad like who's that knocking at my window? My bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday.
Hello, everyone. It's the coach. Welcome to EA Sports coverage of the 2019 NFL Pro Bowl from right here in Orlando, Florida. Coming up, the AFC looking to make it 3 in a row as they square off against their rivals from the NFC. I'll be back at halftime, but first, let's get you downtown to Camping World Stadium. Standing by our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, bragging rights on the line in the 46th meeting of the AFC and the NFC in the 2019 NFL Pro Bowl game. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, it's the Pro Bowl. You never really know what to expect, so I guess I'll ask you, what do you expect?
Well, in recent years, it has turned into an absolute offensive explosion, hasn't it? Games in the 50s are not out of line. What you're hoping is that some of these great defenders have a chance to adjust and react and maybe narrow that down a little bit. But I will say, this game is tilted heavily towards the offense's advantage.
Excitement? Well, we got that in abundance as this Pro Bowl is underway from Orlando, Florida.
Exit, depth chart, super sim, settings, accessibility. Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to on is selected. Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Unselected. Shall exit game. Super sim. Resume.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. And he will find his Saints teammate Michael Thomas complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. For Drew Brees, this his 12th Pro Bowl nomination, though he hasn't played all 12 years, but still, what a career and what a season. And to do it at this age, unbelievable.
Not too bad for a guy who turned 40 the week leading up to the NFC Championship game.
Games depth, instant replay, setting, control or select. Enter, no side is selected. Resume.
Himself in such superb physical condition and still loves everything that goes along with football. He may play till he's 60.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 1, and just like that, it's third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now the New York Giants star playing in the Pro Bowl as a rookie, Saquon Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
Now the Pro Bowl kicker, Aldrich Rosas. Last year, he hit one from 57. This will be from 56 yards out. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. From the gun, it's Mahomes. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. For Patrick Mahomes, what a season he had. First as a full-time starter, and he goes over 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns, and rewarded with his first Pro Bowl.
And think about if you're in Kansas City, the organization, the team, the city, how well are you set up for future years with that youngster as your quarterback? Not only are the guys on the team excited about it, think about free agents thinking about where they might want to play. If you're a free agent receiver, you're thinking Kansas City.
Mahomes going to throw. And he gets it to his KC running mate. That's Tyreek Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now here's Mahomes. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Here's Jason Myers now for the AFC field goal try. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And the AFC on the board first. It's 3-0.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Breeze in the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Throw left side on target to Thielen. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
The linebacker, C.J. Mosley of Baltimore with a tackle.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's NFC football here to begin quarter number 2. But they've got a 3rd and inches coming up, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first.
Ready? Ready?
Breeze now on 1st down. He'll find Thielen working the middle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Green, resume.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Breeze now on first down. And a sideline pass that's caught by Thomas. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From midfield, here's Breeze. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. NFC South to NFC South. Breeze to Julio Jones for a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Breeze to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Well, again, they'll throw with Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. Now Breeze again. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. To throw is Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Ready? Ready?
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive.
And he will carry this one in. Touchdown, NFC. Taking it in from a yard out. And the NFC has taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And an alley to run. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Mahomes now on 1st down. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. He's by himself, Keenan Allen. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the 1st half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point up and through by Myers. So we're at halftime of the 2019 Pro Bowl with the AFC out on top.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Boy, this AFC team has figured something out. They've got the lead again, looking to make it 3 in a row since the game moved to Orlando in 2017. So the question, what can the NFC do to come back? We'll ask that of our guys as we send you back to Camping World Stadium.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. They find some open field here. 20, 10, and touchdown! Andre Roberts, 97 yards. And the AFC is able to widen their advantage. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the 3rd quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
Myers connects on the PAT. And quite a bit of razzle-dazzle and electricity on that return. It goes for 97 yards. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Breeze in the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Shotgun now for Breeze. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. You look back a few years ago, Charles, when the Pro Bowl did that 3-year experimentation. I know you're a traditionalist. You like AFC versus NFC.
Yes, I do.
But for the games 2014, 15, and 16, they tried something a little different. They held essentially a fantasy draft for players. Year 1, it was Jerry Rice, Deion Sanders as captains. Year 2, Michael Irvin and Chris Carter. And then in year 3, Michael Irvin again matching up against Jerry Rice.
And one common denominator, every single one of those guys with a gold jacket, all of them in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So they didn't ask you and I to be the captains and make the picks. And by the way, the playmaker, Michael Irvin, went 2-0. And you know I heard all about that.
On play action, it's Breeze. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. We mentioned the history of this game, the Pro Bowl. Of course, for many folks our age, the Pro Bowl always meant a trip to Hawaii. You know, they held it there from 80 till 09, and again for a handful of years in this decade before the last 3 being here in Orlando.
And there's something to be said, no doubt about it, for getting to go to Hawaii. Imagine being named a Pro Bowler and going home and telling your family, we're headed to Hawaii for a vacation. But think about going to Orlando, especially if you've got kids. All the theme parks, all the great things to do, plus not nearly as long a flight no matter where you come from in the United States. I think it's a big deal and a good thing to have it here in Orlando. But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. From the pistol, it's Gurley. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Ready? You ready?
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Ready? Ready?
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Credit the tackle to the Texans' middle linebacker, Benardrick McKinney.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Well, he was so good throwing the football on third down during the regular season. Why wouldn't it carry over here to the Pro Bowl?
Sometimes that's just who you are, right? If you're good at something as you said, during the regular season, so what if it's with a bunch of guys you're unfamiliar with? It's third down. He finds a way to convert.
Breeze now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. Ertz over the middle. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. It's the NFC with the lead and the football as we start the fourth. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have. And what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
The numbers for the NFC on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 37. Rosa's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to float this one. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins. 70 yards. And the AFC adds on to their lead. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, Long touchdown pass into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Breeze and the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Breeze going to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Breeze. The left side completion to Jones. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. On 1st down, Breeze. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Ready? 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Breeze to throw again. And Thomas has it. Breeze to his Saints teammate Thomas for the NFC first. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting him first downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
Now Breeze. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
Ready.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Breeze. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
A first down carry for Barkley. Credit the tackle to the Texans' middle linebacker, Benardrick McKinney.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
At the AFC's 26-yard line.
Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. On second down, here's Breeze. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Intended for Zach Ertz. Incomplete. Derwin James on the coverage.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Breeze going to go on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the AFC is going to win this football game. A first-time Pro Bowler, here's James Conner of the Steelers. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. On second down, it's Conner. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They run with Conner. Now the NFC going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Here's Brett Kern now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. 51 yards on the punt there. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10.
Ready, 95-56, 95-56.
Breeze now on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Breeze now. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. One final try here for Breeze. Throw left side complete. It's Jones. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory?
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. I think that everyone's going to go home pretty happy, especially the AFC since they won the game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The AFC, they are your winners as we say so long from Orlando.
Post-game report. Finish game. Player stats. Finish game.
Welcome to Madden NFL 20. Here you can try the all-new QB1 face of the franchise or enjoy classic Madden with Madden Ultimate Team franchise or a quick pickup game in exhibition.